right. Hello and welcome back to the channel, everybody. Hey, listen, I've been waiting a while to get in touch with you guys and say hello again, as always, and to bring you some interesting and some thought-provoking content. So check it out. Today we're going to do something a little different. We've been focusing a lot on the strings, the names of the strings, how they sound and everything. But I'm going to do something a little different. We're going to talk about, how's about this, guys? Making any guitar your own and a keeper on top of that. Now, right now, today, there's a lot of modding going on. People are buying all types of lower end guitars. I don't think you want to really mod out too much a high tier, very expensive guitar. It should come with all the bells and whistles, right? Not necessarily. Even they need some tweaking here and there. No guitar is 100%. They may get 90%, 99%, but not 100. There's always some things that are subjective to the person in their own personal likes. So you may do something even to a very expensive guitar, who knows? But that's left up to the individual's personal likes, preferences, and tastes. But we're going to talk about making a guitar your own. So, what is it that you want to get out of a guitar to make it your own? So let's say it's your first guitar, and it's just it's not exciting you. You're not really interested in picking it up. Okay, so let's say you still have that guitar. What do you do to make that guitar a lot more appealing, a lot more drawing your attention and making you gravitate to it? I'll tell you what I think. Now, I really think that the best thing to do is to take a look at a few aspects. One of them is, what about the feel of the guitar? How about the looks of the guitar? The sound and playability of that guitar. So these are some things to probably kind of like think about you might want to do. And if you like those things and you think that would be a good fit for what your guitar is kind of like, or your idea of what your guitar is, then start delving into some things, some very subtle things like light. When I say light, I mean very subtle light improvements, modifications. And some of the biggest modifications or light improvements that anybody can do to their guitar is learn how to put some new strings on your guitar and breathe new life. It's just like putting motor oil, fresh new motor oil in your car and breathe new life into that guitar. Okay? Proper care and maintenance of a guitar. Doesn't matter how expensive or how non-expensive that guitar is. Taking care of it, let me tell you, it'll mean the world of difference and it'll sound primo. So I would start with taking care of the guitar, also with the strings, making sure you get that neck properly treated, okay, and conditioned, all right? Put those strings on the guitar and you'll notice immediately off the bat, if your guitar has been, properly, let's say, properly set up, or if you got a good neck and it's been intonated down there at the saddle, that's where the strings meet the body at the bottom of the guitar. If all that's okay, you should be right there where in the sweet spot of looking at your guitar as something that can be a playable instrument, something that's well worth investing your time in and learning it and making it your own. So I dare say, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to be expressive here, okay? And always kind of like seek ways to be as unique with this process as your budget or, as your ideas will take you. But with all of that being said, you got to still have what I call the 3 B's. You got to have boundaries. Got to be realistic limitations based on your own level. You got to have a budget. You don't want to rob Peter to pay Paul here. Unless you got some gigs lined up and you're under contract. But just starting out, you want to keep a good budget, a good idea of how much you want to spend on sprucing up your guitar, or even buying the guitar and sprucing it up. You got to have a balance. So balance here is crucial, because a lot of people lose interest because it's just not enough time in a day to do things they want to do with the instrument, even modding it, even making it better. So you got to deal with real life versus fantasy. You gotta have that balance. And then lastly, always find ways to have fun and stay excited, and just enjoy the jamming journey. Getting out there and feeling your instrument, man, becoming one with that instrument, and learn how it works and marries with other instruments, and how all these instruments come together in a marriage that is just harmonious, man, and melodic and rhythmic, having beats and everything that brings a song together. So that is what I would like to just focus on today in today's chat. If you guys have anything that you may want to talk about, or if you have some interests here, or if this content is really touching home, and is really kind of resonating with you guys, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think, what your thoughts are, what your plans are in this area of making an instrument your own. And as always, hit the like button, ring that bell, look for notifications with new content that I'll be bringing daily and weekly. And then also, subscribe. It helps the algorithms, it helps the channel, it helps me to bring new content and to continue to push the boundaries of our beginning journey in jamming. So that being said, next time we'll focus a little bit more on strings. We'll focus on what type of strings you should be getting for your guitar. There's so many out there, making sure that those strings are the type of strings that, again, just like modifications, that's going to bring value to your experience, as well as to your guitar, as well as to that. And again, there are so many ways to mod an instrument. It's just like your own imagination these days. You can do things like like I said, the strings. Get some conditioning oil. Make sure it just shines up the way you want it to shine up. Make it look like new money. And then, if you want, learn how to tweak that instrument yourself. Set it up. Learn how to get that neck just where it should be. Get that intonation just where it should be. Learn how to make sure it's always in tune. And that guitar will bring you years and years and years of enjoyment. I guarantee that. I've played everything from really, really, what I'd say, bargain basement, guitars, and when I was just learning. But I love those guitars because I love music so much that I embraced keeping that guitar clean. Even when I was really young and didn't really have money to buy anything, and there wasn't a whole lot of products on the market, but I would keep that guitar very clean. The neck, even the frets themselves, I'd get all in between the cracks, make sure there was no built up residue from palm sweat, finger sweats, or anything like that. And make it look like new money, so that every time I look at that instrument, I was drawn to do something with it. And it wouldn't just sit there and collect dust. It beckoned unto me. That's the word I like. Beckoned unto me to jump in and just jam, So that journey has been a long journey, a long process, and it's what I keep on doing even to this day. So it's part of what I do with my guitars. On the weekends, before I really get into anything, I'm cleaning my guitars, making sure they look like new money. They're not super expensive, because personally, I'm not on stage making super expensive money. But that being said, don't let that limit you. The sky is the limit based on all of the things that we just talked about. Get what brings you enjoyment and be for real about it. I can make I can make $100 guitar, if there is such a thing out there. I can make $100 guitar. Yeah, there are. Yeah, all those things on eBay and Amazon and so forth. I can make those guitars sing. And how long will they last? Well, that's subjective to the material, the craftsmanship, all those little things that you pay extra for and you expect to get longevity and playability. But that being said, it does not stop a person from being creative, enjoying the journey, and jamming with any instrument you pick up. So don't be afraid to get out there and have fun. That's the whole thing. Have fun. You gotta love music and you gotta enjoy it. Just have fun, man. I want everybody that hears this channel or sees this channel, wherever it might be, to hear my heart on this. An instrument is therapeutic, and an instrument is, I'm not gonna say it's your best friend, but it can be like that in times when you are going through some things. You pick up that guitar, and I'm telling you, you will pour out of that guitar, and that instrument will help deliver things that you may not even know you have inside of you. And that raw talent will just bubble up. This is what people love to hear, and this is probably what you'll love to hear as well. I'm 100% about that. So keep on grooving and continue to enjoy the jamming journey with Jerel. And until next time, guys, have a great day and be good. Bye-bye.